just to do a bit of that. Bit wonky there, wasn't it? Going on. There we go, Chief. Live and direct, boy. Let's put one of these earpieces in. I don't know if you can drink on YouTube Live, so we've got a nice bit of Peretta. Beautiful drop. Beautiful drop. Switch these out. Put one of these in. What's going on here, mate? The laptop's going crazy, pal. Wait for a few people to join. Join in. Join in. You know what, yeah, this is my second live. And you know what? I actually enjoyed the first live, but I didn't really have topics to speak about. So I was just rabbiting on, walking around Manchester city centre. You know what I mean? It was a bit sketchy. But today, we've got a couple of topics that we want to cover. We've got the recent UFC event and also Conor McGregor's antics, because today that boy has had a nightmare. He's had a stinker, mate. He's had an absolute stinker, that lad. I feel bad for him. Well, obviously I don't, because it's self-inflicted, but it's like, what is he doing, mate, that geezer, you know what I mean? Guy's off his box, mate, doing stuff like that. And he's got a missus as well. That's what I don't get, like. Not as if she's like, well, not as if she's butters, you know what I mean? She's like a half-decent bird, and she's been with him since day dot. Oh, that snuzz is dry, mate. Anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. We're going to be talking about my up-and-coming road trip to the States, boy. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. Bear with me a second. Let me just tap in. Yo, if you just joined, yeah, what's up? Today we're going to be covering topics from the recent UFC event, Conor McGregor's antics, and my up-and-coming road trip through the States, boy. So, I've never done anything like this, but what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the main event. I am a casual UFC fan, yeah. I'm not one of these people that claims to be like here since fucking pre-McGregor. I probably was as a kid, and then as I've moved on, sort of fell out of love with it, and then now I'm back into the swing of things, mate. I love the UFC at the minute. Shame about the heavyweight division. Terrible. Absolute terrible. Like, it's a nightmare what's going on in that division, but hopefully Tom Aspinall can pick it up. But yeah, man, moving over to the main event, we'll start off with Derek the Black Beast, mate. That guy is a comedian. Honestly, I don't understand why he fights. I'm sure he would make more as like a stand-up comedian. But yeah, he's crazy, mate. He's funny though. He's funny. I believe that. Oh yeah, and Wonder Boy as well. Wonder Boy I think he got robbed. To be honest, I actually stayed up and watched that. I think he got robbed. What do you reckon? If you're into the UFC, you borderline. What's going on here? My laptop's just turned off. Oh, didn't turn the charger on. Wounded. You sort of want Wonder Boy to do well, but he's getting on a bit. He's like 42, you know what I mean, going on 43, and it's like, how long have you got in the game, you know what I mean, before your body starts giving way? I mean, if you can handle it, you can handle it, but like, for me, I think the UFC should bring in some sort of vet division, you know what I mean? So if you're like over the age of like, I don't know, it's hard to say because Wonder Boy is 40, was 42. If you're 45 to 55, that's not a massive difference, you know what I mean? I think they should bring in some sort of vet league. obviously depending on weight classes and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll go over to Derek Lewis. We're going to watch the highlights now. Let's turn this down. Just can't hear myself think. So I mean, Derek Lewis is 40. That's crazy, mate. 40 years of age and still panning people out, mate, left, right, and centre. This Brazilian guy though, 25, 8-0, undefeated fighter. Obviously, Derek Lewis is the favourite here. You know what I mean? He's got the most knockouts in the UFC history, I think. But yeah, someone commented on my Twitter recently, how do you reckon like Chuck Liddell and Rampage and those guys would perform in today's era? And to be honest, I don't really know how to answer that. You know what I mean? Like the Iceman was fucking icing people left, right, and centre at one point. And obviously Rampage, I think the best of his days were in Pride, which was whoa. You know what I mean? First 15 seconds in now, I've got to pause this. I have watched this live, by the way, but first 15 seconds, Derek Lewis, I don't know if he gets wobbled or not, but it looks like he gets wobbled. And I'm sure he's pulled that trick before where he's sort of faked an injury and then sort of cracks on with the fight. I think it was an eye poke, actually. And then, boom! Catches him with a big bomb, mate. Down he goes, timber! Trying to get the quick finish there. The guy's done a scramble. Climbing on the cage. That's been stopped early for me. That has been stopped early. That's a shame, that, for that guy as well. He was undefeated, mate, and the ref just jumped in straight away. That's a shame, that, man. That is a shame. But yeah, let me know what you think, man. Who wins in their prime, Conor or Max Holloway? You know what, mate? That is a tricky question because Conor McGregor had the world. You know what I mean? Like, he had everyone. He had me believing that he beat Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match. You know what I mean? 13 seconds, bam, Aldo out. And you just think, shit, this guy can do literally anything. And then he got fucking choked out by Nate Diaz, and that was a bit crazy. But Nate Diaz is weird. He's just a weird guy. I would say probably Max Holloway, just because of his chin. Only because of his chin. But that is a tricky question. Prime McGregor. I don't know, man, because when McGregor was working with Ido Portal and he was more about concentrated on the movement and he was obsessed with how the body moves and the mechanics of the body and how flexible you can be, and he did a lot of work on reaction times and stuff like that. He did a lot of capoeira, which if anyone's done capoeira in the past, it's fucking hard, mate. It's hard. It's so hard. Like, so tough on your joints. Like, I think I was about 25. I did it for maybe about 6 weeks, if that. No, it wasn't 6 weeks. Probably about a month I did it for. And, mate, it was tough. Can you lend me a quid? Bruv, I could, but I ain't. 1 second, I just got to take a drink. But, yeah, man, when he was working with Ido Portal, he was more focused on the movement. And maybe there was a good argument that Conor McGregor would have won. But, what's with the hat? I ain't shaved my head, bro. I'm bald, but, like, you know what I mean? I've got like a 12 on the sides at the minute. And just feeling like a bit of a cowboy. But yeah, Conor McGregor's had a stinker today, mate. Whoa, that guy is crazy. Gets caught with cheating on his missus with some... She looks like a Latina bird, let's be honest, you know what I mean? And then, like, I don't get why you were cheating a girl like that. Like, she was with him when he was skint, mate, not a bean to his name, not an actual carrot to his name, yeah? And, like, he's got the fame, and you know what I mean? You hear a lot of stories that, like, most girls just leave people when they've got a shitload of dough. Like, look at Jeff Bezos' bird. Let's pause it. It's like Jeff Bezos' bird, yeah? Stung him for, like, 30 billion quid. Let me have a look at that, actually. 1 second. Jeff Bezos' his ex-missus, yeah? Jeff Bezos, ex-wife, net worth. Oh! She has a net worth of 35.9 billion. So this is what I mean, man. It's crazy out here, bro, for a guy if you make it in his life. Shit. 35 billy, mate. That's nuts. And you hear like all these birds and that stinging people for dough. And like, she stayed with him since like he was on Beans on Toast, mate, you know what I mean? Fighting in fucking Cage Warriors. He's mad, him. Obviously, he's had 4 kids to the girl, you know what I mean? So that she's going to be set for life. Them kids will be set for life. The guy's got peas, mate. You know what I mean? The guy's got dough. One set my laptop charges, Tango there. So, yeah, man. Why do you think people hate Bo Nickel? You know why? Because he chats shite, mate. The guy talks too much, bro. When he was saying about Hamzat and stuff like that, saying... like his wrestling's crap, and you know what I mean, whatever he was mouthing off about Hamzat and his wrestling, and then he just got found out straight away. The guy got finished, mate. He got absolutely blitzed. He's just a loud mouth, and obviously that's how you sell pay-per-views. You know, I don't think he'll ever be a pay-per-view fighter. That sounds crazy, that, to be honest, but I don't think he'll ever reach that stardom where, you know what I mean, he's smashing out the pay-per-views and that. But he ain't really for me, Bo Nickel. I can't lie to you. Need a Charlie Veach collab, would be jokes. You know what, bro? I covered this on my last live. I'm from Manchester, yeah, which is a content city. Yeah. Now, when you go into Manchester City Centre, sometimes you see the guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's all right going up and chatting to him and having a little handshake or whatever people do. But like, there's always like a group of vloggers leeching off him. Him and that, what's that Scouse guy called? Billy Moore. There's always like a group like situated with those, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm trying to break away from that, you know what I mean? I don't mind doing vlogs in town, or Manchester City Centre town if you're from Manchester, but I just do my own thing, you know what I mean? 1 sec. I just do my own thing. I won't bother with shit like that, mate. You know what I mean? Lingering around grown men just to try and leech off him. Sack at him, mate. Go and do your thing. Go and whatever. Go and do your shit. But yeah, Conor McGregor today, mate. Sending nudes to fucking Iggy Azalea. Not Iggy Azalea, what's she called now? Azalea Banks. He's a mad guy, him. But in weights on the end of it, you're having a laugh. Guy's curling 5 kilogram with his Johnson, mate. That's crazy, mate. Yeah, man, Hamza Shiraz, for me, he ain't really for me, you know what I mean? In the last fight that he had with that Carlos, forgot his name, Carlos, mate, what's his name? The little black dude. Mate, Hamza Shiraz got his ears boxed off. He got his ears boxed off, mate. That's how corrupt it is fighting in Saudi. Where you've got like Turkey Al Sheikh coming up to the ropes and that, trying to give him like pointers. Pack it in, mate. That's how rigged it is over there, mate. Honest to God. If I was a boxer, I'd fight over there. I'd fight easy fights over there for the most money. You know what I mean? And then I'd do my big shows in England, in like Wembley and stuff like that. Not a chance, mate. That Belanga as well, yeah. He's a mouthy guy, him as well. He needs to chill out, because if he can't back it up, then he needs to pack it in, doesn't he? It's a shame, really, because even though he got absolutely battered by Canelo, I actually thought he would go on to do better with his boxing career, but he took Hamza Shiraz, mate, and Hamza Shiraz absolutely boxed his head off, mate. Oh, that Peretti's going down nice, mate, but I'll tell you what, the strong knees. Have enough of these, mate. End up fighting with the cats. They end up in the bushes, mate, face down. Hamza Shiraz is a great fighter. Do you not agree, though, that... Let me have a look at his last fight. No, it's not this Belanga. Shiraz. Carlos Adames, that's it. And he's got a WBC title as well. Middleweight title. Oh, you got his ears boxed off, mate. I can't lie to you. Hamza Shiraz, mate, that was the step up that he didn't need. He did not need, mate. And that's people that rushing him into big fights. He's a big name anyway in the UK, so I don't understand why. I'm going to put that on now, actually. I'm going to put the highlights on. But I don't understand why they were rushing him. Is he under Frank Warren? Let me have a look what promotion he's under. Hamza Shiraz. Promoter. Who's his promoter? Frank Warren. You know what? Yeah, he should know better as well, Frank Warren. He should know better, that guy. I didn't see the photo because you're crazy, bro. Head over to Twitter and you might find out. Why you're mad? You asking me questions, are you, lunatic? You know what, bro? That guy has lost his damn mind, McGregor. He has lost his damn mind. You know what it is, bro? When you get, like, rich and you got everything at your disposal, you just start doing weird shit. And like, all these celebrities and all these billionaires, they all get into, like, weird, like, things. It's a bit weird for me, that, but I don't know why he's doing that. Especially when he can get any bird at his disposal as well, if he really wanted to. By the looks of it, he's in an open relationship. This D Devlin, mate, she ain't asked what he's doing. The guy's sat there, he's got a £4 million or £5 million yacht, Lamborghini yacht. He's just bought her a 911 as well. So, like, whatever, innit? Yeah, I know, but he's very big for 160. He has weight drained and so. Don't take the fight then. If you're going to be weight drained at 160, mate, don't take the fight. Simple as that. If you're going to tarnish your record, which is what boxers cling on to, don't take the fight. That Carlos Adames, for me, done a number on him. Done an absolute number on him. And he was lucky to get a draw there because it wasn't a draw. It was not a draw. Very controversial. And the other one that was controversial, which was a draw, which was the Nick Ball fight against that Mexican geezer. I think it was Mexican. But yeah, man, that shouldn't have been a draw either. He's from Top Rank. Who's from Top Rank? Carlos Adames. Let's have a look. That's from Dominican. Dominican Republic. Carlos Adames promoters Frank Warren as well. That's what it's saying on Google, on the AI overview. That's a shame. That is a shame. Bit of a step up. Shouldn't have really took it. But who am I to say I'm not Frank Warren? You know what I mean? No, Hamza. Oh, is it really? Are you sure? Who is Shiraz promoter? Frank. It's saying on Google that it's Hamza Shiraz. Sorry, it's Frank Warren. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Queensberry. Yeah. Queensberry promotion. It's not Top Rank though, is it? Or they can collab with Top Rank. Anyway, Insider, is that how you say your name? Who's your favourite fighter? For me, it's got to be Bivol. It has to be Bivol. It has to be. The way that guy moves is insane. It's absolutely insane. No one's got that Soviet style down to a T like he has. I've never seen it. I thought Triple G in his early days, you know what I mean? But he's took a different approach, I think, Triple G. Towards the end of his career, he was more of a stalker and just stalking his man rather than, you know what I mean, on a pendulum. But yeah, it's a shame, man. Yeah, but Hamza Shiraz, I deserved the win. Dropped him, like, I think it was like 3 times in round, whatever it was, 4, 2, 1, I don't know. Can't remember. Yeah. Yeah, so moving on from the UFC, well, boxing really, onto the UFC. That heavyweight division, mate. Crazy. What is going on? Tom Aspinall's got the belt, and he's got no one to fight. Who's going to fight Derek Lewis? Can't fight a 40-year-old Derek Lewis, mate. Aspinall's in the prime of his existence. He's 32 years of age. The guy's 6 foot, I think he's 6'3". He's a monster, mate. Natural heavyweight. Bivol and Burbs, yeah, both of my fave. Yeah, that's true. They've never had a boring fight. Never had a boring fight. For me, I think I was very biased to Bivol getting the first one, but I think I was watching that because he was my favourite fighter, and I thought, you know what, he's nicked it. He's done it. But when I re-watched the actual fight, nah. I think Bertaby, I've got the first one. Bivol, I think Bivol done a number on him. Not a number, but like he smashed it really, didn't he? Let's be honest. But yeah, you know what? The fight I want to see Bivol take next is Benavidez. How do you say his name? Benavidez? Can't say his name, mate. But no one seems to want to fight that guy. Canelo don't want to fight him. And yeah, man. Canelo's up and coming fight. Terence Crawford. Fucking hell, I don't know why I was Googling that then. Terence Crawford's going to get smoked. Let's be honest. He's going to get smoked. Terence Crawford will get smoked, and I'll say it on this live. Terence Crawford's going to get dropped in... He'll get caught in the 7th. He'll go down in the 9th. He's going to get stopped in the 11th. That's what I feel anyway. That's what I feel. Canelo's going to stop in the 11th. And it's going to be a tough night for Crawford, man. Really tough night for Crawford. It's a shame, really, man, because he's a good fighter, and the story behind him as well. Like, you see a lot of edits on TikTok and stuff like that. I ain't really on TikTok as much. I'm on TikTok, I've got an account, but I mean, like, I don't really go on it as much. But some of the edits you see, like his mum not giving him praise and stuff like that as a young kid. Yeah, man, he'll get destroyed, mate. I'm telling you now. Crawford's going down. The UFC should sign Francis. Let him fight Tom, and Alex should also move up to the heavyweight division. You know what, mate? I completely agree with you there, mate. I'm gonna have to take this snuzz out. Send me green, mate. Ugh. Shit, man. I'm not made for these snuzzes, mate. I don't know if you can promote these, but the Zins, yeah, the 3 milligrams. I just doubted myself there. 3 milligrams, you know what I mean? It's probably light work to some people, but mate, they absolutely blow my head off. Will Francis sign back with the UFC? Let's just see if there's any news on that. Francis Ngannou re-sign UFC. It's going to sound mad, right? But the UFC are going to be forced to make a deal with Francis Ngannou where he goes in as like his own man. You know what I mean? He's not under any promotion. He'll walk away from the PFL, and I think is it the PFL that he's under? Some sort of different promotion anyway. And he'll come in like as his own entity. That's how bad the UFC heavyweight division is at the minute. But I don't know, man. I don't know. They need to do something with that UFC, that heavyweight division anyway. But that would be a good fight. That'd be a sick fight, mate. Imagine that, Aspinall versus Francis Ngannou. Or the UFC could hold out, do this White House event, smash out the White House event with Jones and Aspinall's the main event. Bear with me a second. And save the division. But are they going to do that? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. But yeah, I was watching. Does anybody watch the MMA Guru, by the way? I know there ain't many people in this live at the minute, but does anybody watch the MMA Guru? That guy is funny, mate. That guy is so funny. I was watching a clip of him today. It was from like a couple of months ago. I think it was a year ago actually. Where he was just absolutely like terrorising and just saying a lot of bad shit about Anthony Lionheart Smith. He clipped a load of other fighters as well, saying a load of bad stuff about him. And I don't know, I was catching joke of it. It's pretty funny. But yeah, Anthony Lionheart, probably time to hang up the gloves, mate. He ain't really got much in him. What has he got to offer that division? You know what I mean? Nout. But Alex Pereira going up in weight, that's the move for him. He ain't going to beat Kalaev. There's no way. He ain't going to beat him. He's not going to beat Ankalaev. I think when someone's got your number, you know what I mean? And I feel like he's definitely got his number. So for me, the move for Pereira is moving up a division. Just one sec. I don't know if you can have anything in the background, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to put my own YouTube channel up. There you go. Yeah, man. Ankalaev's got his number. Do you watch the Brendan Schaub podcast? No, I can't stand the guy, to be honest. He's not funny. He's so not funny. If anything, he's like the guy who he does the podcast with. I've seen him in a couple of movies. What's that guy called, man? I'm just Googling. What is it called? Fight Talk? Brendan. Yeah, the fighter and the kid. Yeah, Brian Callen. He's basically just, you know what I mean, piggybacking off him, really, because for me, Brendan Schaub ain't funny, and he was a shit fighter as well. So, there you go. Not for me, that guy. And, like, most of his views on that podcast come from when Chris D'Elia was on it, you know what I mean? Chris D'Elia carried a couple of episodes on that podcast. So, yeah, he's boring, that guy, and his stand-up shit. That's what happens though when you chill with like Joe Rogan. He sort of brainwashes you into thinking, oh, I can be a comedian. You know what I mean? You got a guy like that loaded to the gills and test motivating you to do anything. You know what I mean? No, not for me. MMA Guru's boring. His videos are too long. He makes 40-minute videos, 30-second clip. Yeah, he does. I don't watch his long format, to be honest. I only watch a couple of clips of him here and there. Let's see what his recent videos. Come on. It's the UFC Nashville event recap. I'm actually going to Nashville. If anybody's been to Nashville who's in this live, that place is unreal. Yeah, and I wanted to start getting into this as well. So I'll come back to fighting, I'll come back to MMA and boxing and stuff like that. But the road trip that I've got planned next year is so from London we fly into Miami. I've never been to Miami. I heard Miami's sick, mate. But you've got to have big cheds to go there, big wonga, mate. So we spend 4 days in Miami, and then we make our way up to Orlando, going straight over to Daytona Beach. Then from Daytona Beach, we go into Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I've heard mixed emotions about Atlanta, Georgia. So, it's quite rough. But, you know what I mean? I don't really like to listen to a lot of people. I like to go and have a look with myself, with my own eyes, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we go to Atlanta, Georgia, stay there for a night, and then we do 4 nights in Nashville. Nashville's amazing, mate. If anyone's not been there, get yourself over there. If you've got a trip planned to the US, just do a detour and go straight to Nashville. Amazing. Make sure you catch it on the weekend. So we're arriving on the Thursday. We're doing Thursday day, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then we'll leave on the Monday. I think that's what we've got planned. And then what we're doing is we're going to head over to Washington DC. From DC straight up to Philly, straight into Manhattan. Nashville, I've never been Montana. You know what, to be fair, I've only ever been predominantly around the East Coast of the US. So the furthest I travelled down the East Coast was South Carolina, and you know what, when I went there, it was scorching, mate. It was like unbearable. I was walking down the street for 15 minutes and I was soaking wet, mate, with sweat. I've been into Tennessee, done a couple of cities in Tennessee. We did a cute little town called Morristown. We did Johnson City. Went to Knoxville. Knoxville's pretty cool. Got a cool shopping mall there. And then into Nashville, and that's predominantly where I stayed in Tennessee. Actually, I went to Pigeon Forge and Chattanooga as well. I'm lying. But yeah, man. One sec. Nashville and Montana are the best. Whereabouts is Montana? Is Montana in... I'm going to Google it. Montana, US state. Oh, it's a US state. Oh, yeah, Montana. Isn't that where Yellowstone's filmed, in Montana? Greenville, South Carolina. Yeah, boy! I was at Myrtle Beach. I don't know if you've ever been there. Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. And when we got there, it was like 40-degree heat, mate. It was so mad. It was cool, though. I'd definitely go again. A lot of people fishing as well on the pier, which was pretty cool. What's the time zone now then in South Carolina? You was like 5 hours behind. I'm in the UK, mate. Yeah, that's disgusting. But yeah, the next move for Conor McGregor, I don't really know where he goes from there, you know what I mean? He's doing a lot of BK, FC, crazy promotions at the minute. That £25 million tournament, that's pretty sick, that's pretty cool. Giving back to the fighters, you know what I mean? He's about to make a fighter very, very, very rich, which is a hefty paycheck for an MMA fight, for a bare knuckle fighter. Well, an MMA fighter, really. Greensville. Let's have a look about Greensville. Let's open it up on Google Maps. Oh, bro, you're near Charlotte. Pass through Charlotte. That's miles away from where I stayed in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, Conor's downfall is crazy. But you know what? Yeah, he's an animated character. That guy will never go broke. That guy will never, ever, ever go broke. He will constantly have money. Just because of the type of guy he is. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of like watch value. And even when you've watched it, like if you look at like his Khabib, when he was fighting Khabib, that press conference was crazy, mate. That was absolutely insane. That was one of the funniest press conferences I've ever seen. I ain't gonna do any what's it called? I ain't gonna do any I forgot what the thing's called. But yeah, man. I don't know. Does he come back to the UFC? What do you reckon? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Even if they get this the White House card, he ain't coming back for that. I'm sorry, because they'll offer him some shit money to fight Chandler, and Chandler's a risk, mate. Chandler will finish him, you know. Chandler's gonna finish that guy as main character syndrome. Yeah, he definitely does. He definitely does. But you know what's mad? I feel like he's the type of person that, even if you're in a low mood environment or like a chilled environment, the minute that guy comes in the room, mate, the energy in the room would lift. You know what I mean? Have you seen the clip where Eddie Hearn goes to the Black Forge Inn in Ireland, and like, mate, just, I'm gonna put it on now. Eddie Hearn, Black Forge Inn. That guy is so funny, bro. Oh, that guy is off his nut, innit, Conor McGregor? Oh, it's not coming up, man. Eddie Conor McGregor. He's like, dance for me, Eddie, dance for me. He's off his head, isn't he? Have you seen the one where the Nelt boys go into the Black Forging? That's a good video. I won't class it as a vlog. It's not a vlog, is it? Is that what you class a vlog as? It's like a video, isn't it? Yeah, watch him here. Yeah, Tony Bellew's there as well, yeah. Tony Bellew's an absolute turd, mate. He's such a turd, that guy, right? I remember in his last fight, he was going, "You'll never hear from him again, you'll never hear from me again." The guy has been on every TV opportunity possible, mate. He went on, what did he go on now? He went on SAS Who Dares Wins and tried acting like the big hard man. "I'm a boxer, I'll never give up." Shut up, mate. You little scouse turd. No offence to the scousers, but... and he went on the Jungle, where he got slapped by that blonde kid off fucking... Made in Chelsea, and you know what I mean. He's always been about, mate. Like, I thought he wanted to be left alone. You need to make your mind up, mate. What's going on here? Just anything for the money, really, innit? Let's be honest. You know what I mean. You think he would have earned a decent bit of coin in his boxing days just to be left alone? Maybe not, mate. You know what I mean. Boxers get skint. Got to pay the bills somehow. But yeah, man. Look, he's flying McGregor as well, mate. He's on the marching powder. He's so funny, him. Oh, he's flying. Chewing his gums. Nearly ripped off his bottom lip. His eyes like that, like a shark. What a sick geezer, mate. Funny him. He's got this here, Boxing Social. Who's that? Who owns that now? It's not Coogan, is it? It's someone else. No, Conor is. He's not disciplined enough to go for a training camp. You know what? He's not. He absolutely is not. You know why? How do you motivate someone who's got all the money in the world? You know what I mean? What did he sell his whiskey for? It was like 300 odd million, wasn't it? The guy was #1 in the Forbes, mate, above Ronaldo. Says it all, mate. You know what I mean? When you're above Ronaldo for earnings, you must be getting some serious dough, mate. You must be on some serious coin. Saying that he trains 3 times a day on this video. Does the heck, mate? The guy don't train once. You know what I mean? He just goes to like Central Park and that and just gets a big crowd and starts like boxing. Or goes to a random beach somewhere. Gonna train my ass off and get the energy off me. He's giving it. When was this? That was 2 years ago. We ain't seen him since. You know what I mean? We ain't seen the guy since. Not in a ring, not in the octagon, not in the BKFC. He keeps saying, right, in the BKFC interviews that he's just going to turn up one day. You know what I mean? He's not going to promote it or anything. He's just going to turn up on one of his cards. And you know what? He's such a liar. And it's his birthday today as well. Isn't he like 37? Let me just Google this. Well, it's actually his birthday today. That's mad. 37 years of age. 37 years of age. Which YouTubers / streamers do you watch? It depends. I'm a vlogger. To be fair, I set up my channel to do like travel vlogging. And a couple of months ago, I got back from traveling the States. And that was my biggest mistake, not vlogging. And I missed a massive opportunity there. You know what I mean? I travelled 9 states, I had an absolute blast, and I didn't film any of it. So I try and stick to vloggers. So I watch like at the minute I'm proper stuck into. There's a guy called Simon Wilson, and I'm watching his New York to LA with no money. And mate, that guy's got some balls, mate. That guy has got some balls, just walking straight into a Mackie saying, "Hey mate, you've missed my order here. I'm missing a Big Mac meal." And because Americans are so gullible, no disrespect to you, brother, but like I've noticed this as well, and I've got a funny story for you. Let me just mute this 1 sec. Yeah, like Americans are so gullible. Some Americans are, but like they don't question it. You know what I mean? They're just giving the cheeseburgers and stuff like that. It's mental. And he blagged the night stay as well, mate, at the MGM Grand. You tell me you can do it. And he blagged his way into the McGregor Mayweather event. He even got in the ring. You know what I mean? That guy has got some balls, mate. He should be an inspiration, mate. Anyone's looking at getting into like travel vlogging and stuff like that, you need to start, you know what I mean, taking notes on that geezer. But yeah, at the minute I'm stuck into Simon Wilson's New York to LA with no money. I know, man. I know I should have made some content. Because I'm a crafty fucker as well, mate. I tried some stuff like this, you know what I mean? And it works. There was a time, right? So the first time I went traveling around the US, I ended up in a place called Richmond, which is in Virginia. And I think that's where Chris Brown is from. Let's Google that 1 sec. Chris Brown. Richmond, VA. He has a connection to Richmond, Virginia. Anyway, whatever. So I was in Richmond, Virginia, yeah, and they've got a baseball team. I don't think they're in the NBL. I think they're a bit lower league than that. But I got there mega early, and I saw like a massive line, like a massive, not a massive queue. There was like 30 people in it, and I thought, is that the way into the stadium? But I thought that's where you buy tickets. Obviously, me not knowing, I've never been to a baseball stadium. So anyway, I got to this gate. Some geezer was like, "Hey man, you one of the players?" I was nodding my head. I just went along with it, you know what I mean? Guy checked me, patted me down, and then let me in. I'm sat in the players' lounge, yeah? Or the ballers' lounge. I don't know what you call baseball players. I'm sat there with all the first team. Sat in the changing rooms, in the locker room, just chilling out. Everybody's looking at me thinking, "Who's this guy? Who is this guy?" You know what I mean? So anyway, I thought, fuck this. I'm getting up and having a mooch at the stadium. Even got onto the baseball field. People throwing me balls and stuff like that, all these players and that. And then after about 5 or 10 minutes, it ended up coming off. And then I desperately needed the toilet. I needed the restroom. So I ended up asking a security guard. And then about 3 people swarmed me. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a spectator, me, like, I thought this was the way in, you know what I mean? I just tried to wing it like that. But yeah, what a mad experience. I didn't even vlog that as well. Absolutely gutted, mate. I missed out on so many opportunities. It's a joke. Let's get this out of the way. And I'll tell you a story, right? So I stayed in a couple of hostels when I was traveling the US for the first time. I was in Washington, DC. And we stayed in this rough hostel, mate. And there was like, "Don't leave any food on the floor." And I thought, that's a weird thing to say to someone who's checking in. You know what I mean? So anyway, so we go about our day, doing our business, going seeing the White House, the Capitol building, and, you know, stuff like that. And I ended up bringing back a load of snacks because I thought, I'm going to get hungry for the night, you know what I mean? For all this travelling. I ended up leaving, my mate at the time, he was on the lower bunk in his hostel, and he ended up leaving a bag of crisp, right? And no worries, brother, see you soon, yeah? Nice speaking to you anyway, man. And he ended up leaving a bag of crisp on the floor, right? And I could hear this rustling through the night. Rustling though, like, as you can imagine, a bag of chips or a bag of crisp, like, it felt like someone was doing that or messing about with the bag. Anyway, next minute, I'm like out with the flashlight, you know, on my phone, thinking, what is that? What is it? Next minute, a massive mouse, yeah, just ran right across the room, mate. I jumped out my skin. Oh my gosh. I absolutely dived out of bed, ran downstairs and said, "Listen, you've got mice in this building." And the woman looked at me as if, like, I've just shit on her or something. You know what I mean? As if I'd just shit on a shoe. She thought I was lying. I thought, fucking hell, get me out of this hostel, mate. But yeah, and there was a guy as well on the bunk next to me watching Frozen all night in jeans, slept in jeans. What a freak! Slept in denim jeans. What a guy! Couldn't believe it. But yeah, man. So my next trip will be next year to the US. Big road trip, mate. Got some miles ahead of me. Mileage, mate. I think from Nashville to Manhattan, I think that's over. I think it's like 20 hours. 20-hour drive. That's insane. You know what I mean? I can't believe I'm going to be doing that drive. I think it's 15 hours directly to Manhattan. But if I'm stopping off at DC and Philly, you know what I mean? It's going to be crazy, man. But yeah, nice speaking to you anyway, brother. If I'm about in South Carolina, man, you have to hit me up. You know what I mean? Drop me a message or something. Follow me on Instagram. 10 Sterling Jewel. It's the same as my YouTube handle. This hat's a bit wonky. I don't know if I've got this the right way yet. People have been telling me that it's the wrong way, but for me, it looks the same. That looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, I'm loving this hat at the minute. Did a casino vlog. Well, it weren't really a vlog. It was more like a GoPro test run. Yeah, I've got my GoPro here. If anybody's like savvy with technology, I'm a bot. I'm an absolute bot when it comes to technology. So this for me was a massive jump because I was filming on my phone. You know what I mean? But I ended up getting this off Facebook Marketplace. GoPro 13. GoPro 13 or GoPro Black Hero 13. But mate, sick. Can't make through the third dimension. But yeah, I got an absolute steal on this. This guy, mate. This is like an easy. This little setup here with the handle and stuff like that. It's like 500 quid. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got it for 190 quid. The guy's barely used it. Used it once. Saw him coming, Mosh. But yo, let's get a couple of people in here, mate. Let's get a kill for the people. Highlight saved to your YouTube channel, unless video. Whoa. What is this to there? Retouch. What was that there? Retouch off. Whoa, that makes me super good looking, mate. Okay. Feel like a bird, mate, with a filter on, you know what I mean? Good to go with that, Mosh. Hey! You look cute or what? Drop me a comment. Let's have a look at the comments here. Tarzan ropes. Yeah, you're crazy, bro, asking those comments. Tarzan, are you a fruity don? Yeah, he is a fruity don asking me shit like that. That's crazy, brother. I'm being like very tamed on these lives, yeah. Only because, right, listen to this. So I did a, what's it called? I did a TikTok live and I got banned instantly. Just mouthing it off, mate. Mouthing it off, thinking, you know what I mean? I wouldn't get banned or I wouldn't get any restrictions or anything like that. And shit, I got banned in 5 minutes. Fuming, Mosh. Free people, free likes. Yo, drop me a comment, boys. If you're in the live, man, drop me a comment. Come on. Help a brother out, man. If anyone's in this live yet, who's your favourite UFC fighter at the start? Also, as well, yeah, I forgot to mention, probably one of the biggest fights of the year, but Usyk and Daniel Dubois. That's at the end of this month. Usyk Dubois 2. Was it a low blow? Don't know, but I got nerd neck, me. Like an eagle, mate. I need to sit up. My posture's crazy, mate. Definitely out of the gym at the minute, as you can tell. Date. Next weekend, mate. Next weekend. On the 19th. This week? Whoa! It's this weekend, mate. It's on Saturday. I thought it was next weekend. Boom! Yeah, boy! You know I'm watching that. Check this out, yeah. This is why people don't buy pay-per-views, yeah. And there's a big scandal why people just keep watching, like, you know, fights illegally. 25 quid in the UK, mate. You know what I mean? I'd rather just go to a bar where it's playing. You know what I mean? Grip a couple of beers. I'll probably spend less than 25 quid. That's mental. That 25 quid, mate, to watch Usyk dance around the ring for 12 rounds and do business as usual. You're out of your mind if you think Daniel Dubois is gonna beat this guy. Honestly, you're mad. I know Usyk's like 37 at the minute. Let me have a look at his age. 38. The guy's 38, mate. He's the best fighter on the planet. 2-time undisputed. About to be 3-time undisputed. Daniel Dubois. Shit, Daniel Dubois 27 though. And he's built to kill that Donny, mate. Have you seen the size of the guy? The guy's like, what, 6'5". 6'5", mate. 248 pounds. No, I'm not from the US, so I don't know what the conversion is to pounds. Pounds to stone. 17, nearly, call it 18 stone. You know what I mean? Guy's 18 stone, mate. 6'5". Make a good bouncer though, wouldn't he? You know what I mean? 1997. Damn, son. I remember when I was 27. Shit. I think the minute you get past the age of 26, mate, life comes at you fast, you know what I mean? Life comes at you fast. Next minute you wake up and you're 31. Like me, you're like, yo, where the fuck's my life gone? You know what I mean? It's only now, as a 31-year-old man, that I've got real adult money and I can do what I want to do with life, you know what I mean? I can go and travel, I can do whatever I want, I can buy shit, you know what I mean? No one's stopping me. I can go and buy a cowboy hat. These ins are going to kick my ass and all that. But I was going to buy, you know what I was going to buy? Like a little mini golfing green to put in my bedroom. I've got quite a big bedroom, yeah. My bedroom's like very rectangular, very long in length. I've got to have my bed on one side and like a little putting green. You're just going all the way through the bedroom. But yeah, man, I don't think that's a good idea. You know what I mean? If you've got a missus or anything like that, they're going to tell you out of it. It's not a very a good adult decision to do. Put a golfing green in your gaff. You know what I mean? That's a big fight, that. I wonder what the purse is, man. Did anyone see? Nah, that can't be right, that. So the Independent, yeah, hate giving credit to or mentioning any sort of news outlet. But the Independent have reported that so it's believed that Usyk will make $132 million, mate. That's approximately 97.5 million quid. That is heavy, mate. He's got some dough in, mate, because he must have made quite a bit from, the two Fury fights. Fury made quite a bit as well, mate. Have you seen his leaked bank statements? The guy's got big dough, mate. Big cheds for a fat bald idiot like him. He's killed it, you know what I mean? Because if he were a boxer, he's a bin man. 100%, mate, you know what I mean? Or he's on the doors or something out of spoons. You know what I mean? On Deansgate, get yourself down there, Mosh, we've got to see Tyson Fury. But Daniel Dubois will make approximately $71 million, which is 52.5 million. How do you motivate these fighters, man? Like, if you're 27 years of age and you're Daniel Dubois, you've become a world champ, you've beat one of the UK's best in devastating fashion, yeah. Smoked Anthony Joshua, absolutely smoked him, mate. And you know what? I'm glad, because that guy for me is an absolute robot, mate. He ain't got a personality. Personality is a free, mate. How has Anthony Joshua not got one? You know what I mean? He's got every attribute you want. You know what I mean? He's tall. He's built as fuck, mate. Have you seen that guy's physique? You know what I mean? He's probably got a massive Johnson on him. He's got dough coming out his eyelids. Like, and he ain't got a personality. You know what I mean? guy infuriates me. He absolutely infuriates me. I really, really dislike Anthony Joshua, man. Pisses me the fuck off, mate. Like, how can you be a fighter of all them attributes, mate? You know what I mean? Have mad knockouts on your record. You're 2-time heavyweight champion. And, like, all you can talk about is champion mindset. Like, that's his answer to every single question. Yeah, champion mindset. Oh, shut up, mate. Shut up. Sure, there's a real Anthony Joshua inside there, so just bring him out. Bring him out. Stop getting, like, manipulated by Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn's got him on strings, mate, like a little puppet. 20% battery. Wow. Eddie Hearn's got him on strings, mate. You know what I mean? Fucking pisses me the fuck off, mate. That's the reason why Tyson Fury sells out everywhere he goes. You know what I mean? And he's massive in the US. Obviously, he had a big trilogy with Deontay Wilder, but he was even big before that. You know what I mean? That's why he sells. Whereas Anthony Joshua, I'm not saying he doesn't sell, but he goes over to America, gets his ears boxed off, mate, by some fat little turd. You know what I mean? What has Andy Ruiz done? Andy Ruiz, what has he done now with his career? You know what I mean? I can't even tell you, honestly. I think his last fight, who's his last fight with Big Baby Miller? Let's have a look on BoxRec here. Yeah, Big Baby Miller. And it was a draw. So, I mean, I don't even know, because I'm just not asked about him. And he's got that massive win over Anthony Joshua. Why? He boxed Anthony Joshua for the first time in 2019. And he had the rematch in 2019. And then from that, he's had 3 fights, mate, in 6 years. That's shit. That's shit for him and all that. 3.5-star fighter. Well, he's 35 as well, you know what I mean? Coming to the end of his career, really. He lost a shitload of weight as well. Beautiful white skin. Cheers. Nice one. Bit pasty at the minute. You won't think the UK have had a heat wave. Like, it's been scorching, mate, in the UK. And I've been out as well, mate, and just like, I think you can see I've got a little bit of a tan line here. Maybe on my neck as well. You know what I mean? I'm showing off my tan lines as a grown man. What am I doing? My mentor. What's mine? But yeah. What does Daniel Dubois do? You know what I mean? How do you even motivate him? World champion. And he's obviously got a shitload of money from this fight as well. If he stops Usyk, right, that's going to be the upset. That'll be the biggest upset ever in boxing. 100%. That'd be a bigger upset than fucking when Tyson Fury got beat off. Excuse me. When Tyson Fury, fuck off. When Mike Tyson got beat off. Shit. What was he called? What was that guy called who stopped him? And his mum died like a week before or 2 weeks before. Lost. Van der Holyfield.